in self-defense of the mutter. Mutter? What? Why did I say that? Why did I say mutter? What's wrong with me? Okay, 5 liberals rank themselves on the political spectrum by Jubilee. Let's take a look at some lighter shit.
See culture, like,
are you talking about like cancel culture?
Canceling?
Yeah,
Canceling is fake, in my opinion. It's not something that actually is happening.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait, what would it say about how you see them? And
I hate the American concept of like liberalism, which, by the way, is a political ideology that is otherwise considered right-wing in every other country with like a functional, robust labor party. So I just want to point that out really quickly. And also, liberalism is built on the foundational principle of putting private property over the interest of even lives itself. So we got to live in this video. We got to live in the video. One Max Payne. Hello, I'm Max in the video, lol. Okay, well, spoiler alert. We now know who the most liberal person is. Why did you fucking ruin it, Max? Why would you ruin it for the rest of us, Max? We now know who is 100% going to be the most liberal, Max. Which, of course, is ironic because, like, maybe not. Because if you're in this community, you are considered a socialist, communist, derelict, degenerate, pervert, many things. But of course, in the interest of like trying to, put this on a liberal spectrum, I don't even know if you'd be considered a fucking liberal here. I don't know. We'll see. A heathen, exactly. A weeb. No weebs. Shut up.
they see you. We brought together 5 liberals and had them rank
also,
each
I just gotta say, Max is drippy as fuck.
other least to most politically left. Then we had them take the political compass test.
Once again, the the HasanAbi like selfie days have shown us time and time again is that the HasanAbi complex is what the fuck? The HasanAbi the Hasan my uncle just texted me the most random shit. Sorry. As I was saying, Hasan Twit, and also HasanAbi Selfie Day, which is happening today, has proven once again that we are the most drippiest community, obviously. And every time there is a, I did text him back. Every time there is a HasanAbi head in any video, we find that they are the drippiest.
And rearrange them based on how left they actually are. This is ranking.
My name is Max. I turned 24 today. It is my birthday. I work in the video game industry.
My name's Chris. I'm 26 years old, currently between jobs, so I don't know, just a person living.
I'm Ajay. I work in nonprofit education. I'm 27. Yeah.
I'm Brandy. I am 30 and I own a wellness and lifestyle brand.
And I'm Allison, I'm 26, and I'm an ad writer / editor.
So just straight into it, just like what I think would count as like a left-leaning person. Yeah, sure. Pushing for medical care for everyone, free medical care for everyone, stuff like that. I want this person to be a living wage. I want this person to be living comfortably. I want this person to just like live. If I had one thing to say to people in general in a large population is like, fight for other people's rights, fight for other people's comfortability, make sure other humans are human to you.
Bro, I get so fucking proud. I'm so proud of you motherfuckers, dude. Oh my God. It makes me so proud when I see HasanAbi heads in the wild. Dude, it's just fucking sick.
What I would prioritize, which is like someone on that side would prioritize, like I would, fair housing before most things.
Yeah.
Because if you guarantee housing, I guarantee you most problems will be solved.
What would you be willing to lose for that though?
I would lose like a good amount of military spending for fair housing.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
I would
absolutely.
also,
I think we all would.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that.
Because I think that there are people that are conservative, maybe not like extreme right wing, but they would say that they believe in like LGBT rights, but they're fiscally conservative. Oh, I'm pro whatever, but if you're not like putting money toward those things, I just don't feel like you're actually saying that
Fiscal
you believe in it.
What's your guys' view on like the whole Palestine-Israel situation?
Yeah. For Palestine.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
I'm
you
not
guys
gonna
have
be like,
do you guys have like an idea for like a solution, two-state solution? Let's say.
like a two-state solution?
Anything really?
No, because it's like really hard, but like I do know that I care a little bit more about that than the Ukraine thing right now. Because like it's not the worst thing I've seen this past 5 years.
It's a good point that there's all this like,
What the fuck? That's so wild. I'm surprised he said that. Okay, that is, whoo, sheesh. Goddamn. He literally said I care more about Palestine than I do about Ukraine.
Rain flags everywhere, and everyone's all throwing all the support when like
That's like, that'll get you fucking, that's the easiest way to get like motherfuckers with a globe in their, or a sock in their fucking Twitter account to like dox you and then send death squads down your doorstep. You know what I mean? Proverbially, or not literally, but figuratively on the internet.
Palestine-Israel conflict has been happening for way longer. How do we feel about like PC culture? Like
Are you talking about like cancel culture?
Canceling?
and all that?
cancel, yeah, kind of.
Canceling is fake, in my
It's-
opinion. It's not something that actually is happening.
I'm just gonna say Dave Chappelle. I have nothing.
Dave Chappelle, question mark?
Does anyone opinion change different after that last special?
There was a part in the special where he said, hey, I'm just a human going through an experience.
Yeah.
I think that was the main thing that everyone kind of missed, that, like when he was talking about his friend that had passed away from all that.
Sock perverts think that they're different than globe perverts, which is pretty funny. There's a lot of people who put socks in their bio on Twitter, and they think that like somehow that makes them more woke or more radical, their politics, than like the neoliberals. But like they're literally like this, okay? Even if they're like, even people who are like, I'm a social democrat. Like if you're a social democrat, you got to have like at least Bernie style politics. You know what I mean? That's it. That's the bare minimum. And motherfuckers don't even do that. They're just like, they are just neoliberals.
I think he just got
Misquoted?
misquoted, yeah.
I also
Yeah.
think him saying I'm just a person having the experience is him just kind of putting the cushion down. Like, hey guys, I know you're gonna knock me. Just like, don't hurt me too bad.
No, but that's real though. That is a real thing though.
It is a real thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
there are certain things that are like sort of like deal breakers, right? And so I have people, if it's a deal breaker, then no, they're not friends.
Yeah, I got friends that are on the right side spectrum. I got cousins that are, you know, I guess you can say racist or whatever. I actually engage in conversations with them just because I want to see where they're coming from.
It would be cool to get to a point where the right's like, oh wow, so these people genuinely are pushing for stuff that does affect us in a friendly manner.
But do you think that people think that? Do you think that people on the right think everyone deserves a home, or do you think that they feel like I
of
worked
course
and
they
I
don't.
earned
They
this?
don't think that. Of course they don't.
Hell yeah. Speak over the woman. That's right, Max. Let's go. Making me proud, dude. Making me freaking proud. Speak over that woman. I'm just kidding. Please don't take that seriously. Oh my God. Oh, that's a real HasanAbi head right there.
Are so extreme that it kind of crosses into like a morality question for me of like who they are as people, how they view other people, and I don't want to
That's a joke.
interact
That's a joke. Ironic
consistently
misogyny is still misogyny, okay? But like also, don't do that, obviously.
in a friend relationship with someone like that.
I don't know. I don't think that just because you label yourself a certain way politically, you can't be with people who are on the other side. And it's not that like they're bad people, but it is sometimes I think about like, would they be my friend if I was a certain color or a certain like religion? Like, would they still like me?
I grew up in the church. I was in my church's band. I was like, I had multiple weeks where I preached. And then one day I was like, oh man, this sucks. These people have views that are anti-human while they're the ones here preaching, love each other, love everyone. I'm like, you hate your neighbor. Like you're the ones telling me that gay people deserve to burn in hell. I genuinely did lose a lot of friends when I stepped out of that.
So like, was it more personal or was it like more political though?
It's probably more political. A lot of people that are more pro-life. It's like, this is the most like normal thing we could do is be pro-choice. And they're like, no.
Some women have a hard time being able to get like their tubes tied, you know, if they don't have children or if they're too, like the doctor decides they're too young, you know.
Yeah, the
It's
doctor-
like, yep, it's a personal health decision that's being
We
taken
could
away.
move now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like it was more about trying to prove who's the most of the most.
This is just like everyday experience when you put like any leftist together, by the way, ironically, which is who's the most liberal, I guess, is like a diss in leftist circles for the most part. It means like who's the most like annoying, but ultimately the energy is like who's the most leftist always. And whoever the most leftist, other leftists believe is going to like somehow be the king of all leftists, but that's never how that works. You just become the most annoying, smarmy little douchebag in the group.
Probably gonna go one over here, maybe.
I'm not
no,
over,
I
I'm
think
not at the
I'm over
lowest
here.
still.
So
Okay.
then you would
So,
have
like,
to come
right
here,
here.
Max.
So I would
you're-
maybe put
you should
myself
be
like
there.
here. I don't know. It's hard because it feels
God damn,
like
they said Max is the least liberal. What the fuck?
we all agree to a degree on a lot of
That's
things.
why I'm saying we
so
need
it's
to
hard
ask like a
rank
controversial
that.
question.
Controversial question. How do you feel about like the police?
I do think they're necessary evil.
I think regulation's important.
Sir,
I
you
think
can
you
move.
gotta definitely. Police unions. I think police unions are like the
can
biggest,
move.
strongest unions in the country.
They are.
And accountability
I don't know if I would
is
say ACAB. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do believe in taking some of their budget and redistributing it to like services that will help people.
The fact that the New York Police Department is
Max is like, I'm the most leftist motherfucker. I would. I would.
like the size of a military is terrifying. That's so scary, and you see a lot of bad things occur from that.
For that reason.
Yeah, that's
Here
what
we
I'm
go.
saying.
Bro, sometimes I feel like, you know what's really funny? What he said about the New York Police Department having a budget that larger than the size of like standing militaries. I know a lot of people in the fucking chat always say like, "Oh, I just use your talking points to get like laid or whatever." But like, this is how you should use the talking points, okay? In a Jubilee video specifically, okay? That's what you should do to establish yourself as the most liberal, or I guess the most leftist.
Here we go.
Okay.
Military?
I mean, again, like a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I'm very pro-military.
Well, I just got a lot of friends from like economic purposes. I had to join the military, you know, for and the military gives you teaches you a lot of things about life discipline, which helps people translate into civilian life. I feel.
Do you feel like there's
Every
a bigger
country's got a
issue there though? Like that people have to go into the military in order to be economically sound? Like I feel like it's a jobs program.
That's predatory.
Exactly.
That's like, and we're allocating this money to weapons that aren't needed, insane things. I'm not a big fan of the military.
Okay, I'm gonna move over.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I think the military overall, like 90-10 is like better than not.
I think it is very conservative to be very pro-military. That's like a poster conservative ideology.
I'm personally pretty pro-military, but I don't know. I'm not that passionate about it to get into the conversation they're having.
Okay, I kind of have a question about like
American liberals would be like ACAB, but then also like, you know, the American military, which is just the police force for the rest of the world, which arguably some could even say is like worse than the police force as an institution. That's all good. I love when motherfuckers who say ACAB are like, I love NATO. I love NATO. ACAB, but like NATO is so sick, dude. Big fan of that, actually. Big fan of the protection racket that the American military-industrial complex have like basically planted upon the rest of the planet. Now, of course, true, you know someone like that? Yeah, there's like entire communities built around that fucking cognitive dissonance. What are you talking about? There's like so many. Especially like everyone that made a YouTube video at any point in their lives, okay? YouTube essayists that are like, that love the debate are all that person. What I'm describing. Straight up. Like, this doesn't justify, I mean, the biggest fucking NATO head, in my opinion, is Vladimir Putin for quite literally giving us, gift wrapping and hand delivering us another, you know, at least, depending on how long the world survives, at least like fucking 20 to 30 years of NATO. So shouts out to Vladimir Putin on that one. That was really cool. That was super sick when he did that. When he was like, yeah, I know like the influence of, I know that you know, not a lot of people are like super on board with NATO, but like we should try to justify that. And also everything else, including like fucking Azov and right-wing paramilitaries in a country like Ukraine, is awesome. It was so sick. Thank you. Shouts out to Vladimir Putin. Good job, sir. You fucking did it. You did a really good job.
representative diversity. A lot of times when we talk about diversity and things like that, it's never a
Awful take, but you cute China Good actually. You have a China Good actually fucking username, and you think Vladimir Putin did not single-handedly by invading Ukraine in this bloody, unjustifiable invasion personally, like I mean literally personally legitimized like the existence of NATO for so many people? Why do you think people in Finland are like all of a sudden saying, hey, we should actually join NATO? How did that happen? Fucking 40 years of not having that happen. All of a sudden they're like, yeah, we should actually join NATO. That's actually a smart idea. All of a sudden it went from like 10% approval to like 60. How did that happen, dude? I wonder if like I wonder if a fucking crippled military power ironically both showed how little power they had by getting fucking owned into oblivion, which made it less likely for that military superpower that previously people thought was like really good at like land battles, okay? Showing that they don't even have enough strength to actually take on multiple states at the same time, while which made it, less scary for people to join NATO, while also simultaneously justify countries joining in this nuclear armed pact to defend themselves. China good, military intervention is good. Does Chatter know anything about China? Yeah, literally. If there's one thing that China doesn't do, it's that. Realistically, those Scandinavian countries will never actually join NATO, but NATO is certainly popping off. Bro, there was literally a fucking guy that said, there was a NATO general that straight up came out and said, we need to build significantly more military bases. Turkey's cockblocking Finland? Yeah, Turkey has no fucking power. Shut the fuck up. They will do whatever the fuck their Western overlords force them to do.
Progressive. It's always just like appearance-based diversity.
I care more about policies than like being represented.
Yeah, like I could care less but like the policy.
Like I'm definitely for like we need to diversify like models or like people that we see in these industries, but I do think it should be more like who they are.
I mean, because like equity is the goal, right? Like if we did a better job of identifying differences in the first place, then we wouldn't have so much time like making up for it. Colorblind society led to this issue with DEI, which I like find really annoying. Every training I have to go to. Anyone like particularly pro-capitalism or like anti?
I'm kind of anti. I'm pretty anti.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I participate in it because you got to.
I think I'm in the camp of like I'm more of an equitable capitalist. Like I feel like we could do capitalism better, or like we could.
There you go.
I think that's cool. It's like the
So ironically, if we were using the normal definition of liberalism, those guys would be the most liberal, obviously, those two on the left. However, in the American sense, in the American colloquialism, liberal just means like you're more liberal. If you're like a leftist, like you're the most leftist. But like these two would be the most further to the left and therefore the most liberal, I guess.
the guy in Seattle that forfeited his wage and turned everyone's wage to $71,500.
Dan Price, yeah.
Yeah.
We are in a world
That
where
dude is sus, by the way. That's not a good dude. Anyway,
people have yachts
for
and are going
those of you who don't know, that's not a. There's a reason why I've never like really brought him up. But yeah, he's didn't he get arrested for sexual assault? I know that there's some sexual assault stuff going on. There were sexual assault allegations against him, but now it's like turned into something even more serious than that. Hold on. Gravity Payment CEO Dan Price accused of rape. New rape allegations against Gravity Payment CEO Dan Price. Police report says victim was sleeping. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
going to space for fun while there are people dying on the streets and like starving. Like, you know, if you can give more, I think you could and you should, just because it's like, it's a group.
How much does one person need, really?
Really.
But who defines that?
But
besides,
but
like,
then,
the
Bro, this is the part that I just fucking despise. Like, the how much does a person need really is not even a conversation that we should literally be having at any stage, okay? But especially not this stage. And I'm not fucking saying that because I'm rich, okay? I don't give a fuck. I already give a fuckload to charity. I already give a fuckload to the government. Way more than any fucking wealthy person ever does. And I don't care. I live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway, okay? Yeah, I know. Give more. I got it. You got it. The reason why I say that is because it's fundamentally not the conversation that Marxists should be having. It has nothing to do. If a society was built as a dictatorship of the proletariat, okay, this would not be a problem. Like there would be no inequality or wealth inequality to this degree. It wouldn't even exist. Okay. Didn't you say most people couldn't afford your diet? I mean, yeah, because I can eat out When I say bare bones, I mean like within my means, but it's like food. Expensive because of the delivery mechanism of the food, or a car that is expensive, or a house that is expensive. That's what I mean. But it's still well within my means. But the conversation around basic necessity and you live in $1 million house rich, oh my God, brain dead, brain dead, brain dead. No, I'm talking about fucking shelter. Expensive, yet still shelter. Stop saying LA mansion. Stop misunderstanding my point that I'm making. Oh my God, I fucking hate how reactionary every single person turns into. Literally, every single person turns into the least charitable reactionary fucking idiot the moment that this can of worms opens, okay? So many people are just like, I'm leftist because I fucking hate rich people. You should be leftist because you hate the way that commodities are produced and the relationship that the working class has with the means of production. You fucking dummies. You don't understand. Fundamentally, the reason why Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk give money to philanthropy is unironically to stop people from thinking the way that you're thinking about them. How do you not understand that when you fucking fall for the aesthetic shit every single fucking time, you unironically are making it like, you're making the argument that like Elon Musk, who doesn't live in a house, by the way, is actually a better leftist than someone like myself, okay? The world's wealthiest fucking billionaire is literally a better leftist than me. I mean, come on, right? I mean, he doesn't live in a house. Warren Buffett lives in the same house that he bought for like, what, $50,000 or some shit. Hasn't moved out. Probably a better leftist, right? Would you say that, ultra capitalist hedge fund manager Warren Buffett is a better leftist than me because his house is, if we're only hyper focusing on the aesthetics, you will constantly lose sight of the real prize, okay? While I still donate a shitload to charity and do fundraising and all that good stuff, you are basically engaging in the same liberal reactionary attitude, okay? You're focusing on the aesthetics. You are unironically cucking yourselves, okay? They didn't also move their family in. I mean, it doesn't matter. That stuff is whatever. Still aesthetics. People generally hate wealth inequality more than they hate their jobs, though. Yes. Why would we as leftists focus on the aesthetics rather than focus on dialectical materialism? Because a lot of people are not actual leftists. They are not actually anti-capitalist. They are simply rad libs who are trying to desperately move away from the negative association that most people have intrinsically with liberalism. They're literally just, there's so many anarchists, for example, that'll be like, I'm an anarchist. And then you try to ask them like what ideological reasons they are anarchists or what they believe in, like the ACAB, but pro-NATO conversation that we're talking about. And that is straight up a inherent contradiction. In European politics, people almost solely focus on aesthetics, by the way, mostly leftist ally. I know. You know why? Because the Cold War was lost, okay? Red Scare propaganda was very effective in the Western world. American capitalism won. That's why we are living in a global capitalist hegemonic world, okay? We have a global financial system. We have... that's it. Like, we are living in a capitalist universe currently. So, of course, in that circumstance, in that situation, unironically are going to have even the most like people who consider themselves to be radically in opposition of capitalism to reinforce capitalist ideology within their leftist values. You get it? Now, it's super easy. And by the way, I don't even fault you for feeling shitty about my financial status. Like, I don't even fault you. As I've said time and time again when people were fucking yelling at me, I get it. I understand. If you don't have a lot of money and you see some fucking dickhead like myself sitting around making a lot of money, living in a nice house, able to pay his brother's student loans, able to house his family whenever he wants, able to travel, This is frustrating for you. You're like, this makes me mad. This makes me upset. However, that's envy. That's not a real revolutionary or radical feeling that you have. It's just, as a matter of fact, the least radical feeling that you could have. And it's also a completely understandable feeling that you have. I don't fault you for that. I get it. I totally understand it. I am totally on board with it. Use that anger and energy and frustration, however, on, more productive things rather than yelling at me and trying to consistently fucking find some inherent contradiction in my existence. Keeps begging you to tax him, though. It's true. Has never worked an actual physical labor job, and I've been working for 10 years. I'm gonna video game myself. Dude, you're fucking insane. Why would you do that? Obviously don't do that, man. I mean, quit rubbing it in. No, that's not. I'm not rubbing it in, dude. If I fucking, what do you want me to do? Lie? Like, if I engage in modesty, you turn around and you say, well, fuck you. You're LARPing as a working class person. If I admit my financial success, if I admit that I, as a consequence of like doing this for 10 hours every fucking day for the past couple of years and cultivating a community of like-minded individuals, some of which who, in spite of my many reinforcing the attitudes, in spite of my fucking constant repetition to the top of the hour ad break, where the only part of the broadcast where you actually are paywalled for 60 seconds, still choose to fucking give me subs or still choose to fucking give me $5 a month when this content is free because they appreciate it. They like it. They like that I have editorial independence. And they're like, all right, fuck it. Like, I think it's valuable. This is entertainment for me. This dude does it for a very long time. I think it's valuable to give this dude $5. That's how I've made my fucking profound amount of wealth, okay? By telling you that at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 or for free with the Twitch Prime. Okay? I knew you before Twitch. I make less than you do now, but I still support you because I supported you hoping that you would get to this point. I'm glad you got elevated to your prominence, and it sucks you have to deal with this bullshit like buying yourself a house. It's fine. I get it. I understand where it comes from. Dara006, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. The Dojog, thank you for the 50 big ones. Allowing 50 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's the 1-minute ad break now, by the way. If you understand why people are mad, you should also be able to understand why you might perceive it as a flex when you casually drop that you paid off your brother's loans. No, I don't think it is a profound achievement for someone like myself. I'm very proud of that. I don't give a fuck if you think that it's a casual flex or not. Yeah, I literally don't care. Okay, yeah, all right, it's a flex, I guess. Fuck you, dude. I feel awesome about it. Sorry. I feel fucking dope about it. I've also raised hundreds of thousands of dollars and have personally fucking given hundreds of thousands of dollars to mutual aids and charities. That's a fucking flex too. You got a problem with that too? Go ahead. I'm incredibly fortunate, a fact I recognize every fucking day. But I'm sorry, like that is something that I'm profoundly proud of that I'm able to do. You know what I mean? Do these people want you to feel bad for being happy about paying off your brother's loans? Yeah. That is being so insane. I have a modest amount of money accumulated in my amount and live within my means. My parents are trying to downsize from their home to save money, and I was able to give them a fair chunk of money to do. So how is that anyone's fault for doing something like that? Yeah, I don't know. They just like When I mentioned that I am grateful, chatter still perceived as a flex. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to be honest, you know, and I am.
But like the system that we all were born into and our parents were born into, we all kind of were opted into the capitalist system where we kind of thought like, oh, we make the most money, you earned it and all that stuff. But Jeff Bezos got all that money, bro, and we got hella homeless people on Skid Row.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's
but
up
like,
with that?
but like the thing is,
no.
it's still illegal to take his money.
That,
When you
no, you know, we have politics.
Like the problem with billionaires is that I personally believe that every single billionaire, just like every single homeless person, is not a consequence of individual choices, but a consequence of policy failures, okay? Straight up. Even if you are a social democrat, you should agree with me on this fundamental issue, which is that the wealth hoarding to the degree of, the wealth hoarding to the degree where like you have the existence of billionaires implies that there is a gigantic fucking issue with the way that wealth trickles upwards, the way that wealth accumulates under a capitalist organization of the economy. That's just it. So to that degree, I understand why it is easy to make that argument. The only reason why people fucking hyper-focus on me individually is because I'm within reach and I will respond to you and I will try to take you seriously and try to describe to you why you're wrong, all while, you know, getting owned additionally further because, like, aesthetically it looks stupid when a fucking millionaire dumbass Twitch streamer is saying stuff like, you know, I'm not your enemy here. So I do get that. I do understand that the existence of billionaires is fundamentally what is bad. So you're just gonna move the goalpost? Goalpost shifted. Got it. I just wanted you to read my logs. You guys are so pathetic, bro. Come on, please stop. Hasan got me shooting first and asking questions later. Real leftist doesn't envy wealth. They just desire stability and peace of mind for every person on earth, and that currently only wealth provides, so that we can become a better society. Yes, those are my desires as well.
Politicians don't really care about the
Gotta pee
well-being
again,
of
I'll
the
be
working
back.
class people and stuff like that. Minimum wage is still $7.25. You know, what are we doing here, guys?
I guess here's like a question though. I guess, so, you know, I want the best for everyone, but that also kind of puts like some personal responsibility on it. I don't want someone to just kind of like get a bunch of money and then do nothing.
I think that's definitely a very left-leaning thing to think about, how everyone should be up and working and doing that. I think that's more than fine to say because I think everyone contributes for a society to work.
Some of what you just said right now, I feel like I might be on the other side of you on that issue. People work so hard and it's not like it's a fair game to start out with. So sure,
No,
yeah, people shouldn't be just like sitting if they can do something else, but if they can't, they still deserve comfort and to live like a life of dignity.
I don't think I care what they're doing. As
Just
long,
doing something.
What if they just want to relax and chill, man?
Then
Life is stressful. Sometimes you want to just have a good like.
so
week
and
not
yeah,
do anything.
and I mean that's like
I don't know.
and there is I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
Okay, you guys are now going to go to politicalcompass.org and take the test there. In spot number 5, Allison.
Solid.
Nice.
In spot number 4, we have Max.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that Max was like next to me. He just gave me vibes of someone who is more like anti-establishment, anti like capitalism, more like anarchy kind of vibes.
This was
In spot number 3, we have Christian.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
Like anarchy kind of vibes.
this was
In spot number 3, we have Christian. In spot number 2, we have David.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That's crazy.
Spot number 1, we have Brandy.
Interesting.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Fucking PCM. It's broken. PCM is broken, dude. It's a garbage test. It's bullshit. Inaccurate.
So we weren't close.
do firmly believe things are on me, and like I'm.
What? I smoked all these fake liberals. Where is the dude, Max, in the chat? What has he said so far? Did he just leave?
Care?
And I kind of expect you guys maybe to pick like one random like conservative to throw in there to kind of like throw us out, but it was cool.
It was cool to see how similar we all felt on some things, but then also how there were definitely things that were like more deviating, but we all still agreed that like we're all liberals, we're all part of this.
I honestly thought it was gonna maybe be in the 3 spot.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna move out. It's hard to like range people.
I wonder what I chose that was more of a conservative thought. I was still pretty far left on that compass, so that's crazy. That's like, it's impressive.
Embarrassing, bro. Lemma, they hate me. I'm sorry. No, I've been here. I told him before I went that I'm not a liberal. Lamau, he is sus now, very bad. I live in LA now. Put Max on the HasanAbi show. Yep. Hello, I'm Max in the video. I'm sorry. Degenerate communist. The Hasan drip is contagious. Embarrassing. Couldn't even become the most liberal in that group, bro. What the fuck? If you say gay people are okay to exist, boom, lib left. Auth left is impossible. Dude, I don't even understand how the fuck a kid got arrested for having an AK